Hi guys, welcome back to Movies on Wheels, your videos for your source for videos on movies and TV shows while you're on wheels or on the go in any form. So, um, this is gonna be my review of Cars 3. Uh, I will go into spoilers because I don't really think there's that much to spoil personally. So the general plot is basically Lightning becomes basically he is in his prime, he's doing really well, and then all of a sudden these new era of races come. The first one being our main sort of, I don't want to say villain because he's not actually focused on that much, but he is like the main antagonist of the film. His name is Jackson Storm, get it? Lightning Storm, get it? That was quite obvious, and basically Lightning loses, he gets in a crash, he goes on hiatus, goes back to Radiator Springs for a few years and a few months, and then Sally, who I can't believe he's still with, but I'm glad, basically says, "Look, you need to get back out there." So he talks to his sponsors at what's it called, Rusty's, I do believe it's called, and they basically say, "Oh, we've got this new training facility," but they get rid of the old ones, the rusty ones, if you remember from the first one, and they've replaced them with this new owner of this Rusty's kind of workshop, as it were. I can't remember what he's called, but he's played by Nathan Fillion. In case you don't know who Nathan Fillion was, he was in Firefly, Percy Jackson, and Sea of Monsters, where he played Hermes. He was in that one episode of Big Bang Theory where Raj and Leonard are looking for people to go into Stuart's comic book store, and they're like, "Are you Nathan Fillion?" He's also rumored to be in another Guardians film or another Infinity War film where he's meant to play Power Man. Firefly is a good show though, you should check it out. I digress. And while Lightning's at this facility, he meets this new trainer called what's it called? Cruz, something Cruz. Get it? Kushikash cruises. Oh my god, these puns in this movie is like so ridiculous, but they're not too bad. And then they basically go there. She wants him to train virtually. He's like, "No, you need to train outside." And they end up both kind of balancing off each other, and they end up kind of improving each other, which I like. And they find Doc Hudson's old mentor, and they train with them. But the key message I think it sends is that just because it's your time to stop fighting doesn't mean just because you can't necessarily take part in something doesn't mean you can't still be involved in it. In this case, Lightning knows that he's getting old, but at the end of it we realise that he doesn't. He learns he can still teach what he knows, but that's the only real spoiler in it. So there's that, and he basically he notices that, but he still carries on racing because of a quick little thing they do. But overall, I thought it was alright, and I'll just say why, because if we look at the previous two Cars movies, okay, you had Cars 1, which was a really underrated Pixar film, because I know it got mixed reviews, and people said that was Pixar's first real sort of slump, as it were. That's when it kind of first went downhill. I didn't think that. I first thought it only went downhill when Cars 2 came out, and then The Good Dinosaur, which I didn't go to cinema to see because I heard bad things about, but I watched it on DVD later on. I rented it. I rented it on, not DVD, on Google Play, and I thought it was not very good. I thought that was only Pixar's second one in a long run of having 16 movies altogether. So only having two that were fails is really good compared to a lot of studios. If you look at, say, Blue Sky or DreamWorks, and then kind of so then Cars 2, as I've said, I thought that was their first kind of slump and one of their only two slumps. But I felt I felt that with Cars 2, they had the racing, which is what Cars 2's foundations were. Cars in general as a franchise were based on, and I thought it was very, 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 very well. I thought it was very disappointing because they focused on Larry the Cable Guy. I can't remember his real name, but Larry the Cable Guy plays Mater, and I just thought, why? Who people found so annoying? Why would you kind of base it off that? And it strikes me as odd. I mean, John Lasseter, the guy who directed both Cars movies, also directed Toys and A Bug's Life and Cars. He directed another one, but he directed both and written both Toy Story movies, and he was the kind of one of the big founders of Pixar. And this it just makes it all rubs more salt in the wound, as it were. But it was just unbelievable in a bad way. I mean, Cars are spies, but you know the real reason why this was created? It was to sell toys. Toys are the key thing here. And I bet John Lasseter, because I think the toys on the first car movies sold more than they did actually make in the box office. But I bet John Lasseter thought to himself, hang on, you know what would even sell more toys if we had cars played by Michael Caine who could shoot like missiles and laser guns at their head, and that's exactly what the toys did, and they sold more money. And even after it got like a really low percentage on Rotten Tomatoes, they still managed to make a third one. And granted, it is better, but it's not as good as the first one. And people often say, we can't have movies that was ever as good as the first one, and I disagree with that. Toy Story 2 equal to the first one. Empire Strikes Back equal to the first one. Terminator 2 equal to the first one. Kung Fu Panda 2 equal, even better than the first one. Same goes with Terminator 2 and Empire Strikes Back. Trying to think. The Dark Knight better than Batman Begins. Won't count The Dark Knight Rises, but point being that it's not a rule that all sequels have to be bad. A lot of them are true, but Cars 3 was alright. I went to go see in overall. I went to go see this with a friend of mine called Joe Wass. He thought it was better than I did. He thought it was good. I just thought it was okay / alright. And he doesn't normally like kids films, but I really like them. And as far as kids films go, probably my top 30 of all kids films. By the way, if you want me to see me rank all my favourite Disney or Pixar films, I would do all kids films, but that would just go on forever. So I'll do probably 2 separate lists, a DreamWorks one and then a Disney / Pixar one. Please comment down below if you want to see that. And overall, I would give Cars 3 a 6.5 out of 10 because it was good, but I wouldn't say you need to see it. I'd probably say it's worth a rental on Google Play or iTunes, but I wouldn't say it's like Spider-Man Homecoming or another example of a great kids film, Inside Out, where you must see it and then you must buy it on Blu-ray. So thank you very much, guys, for watching, and my next video will be a Game of Thrones. On that video, I will be splitting it up into non-spoiler and spoiler because I don't want the fans eating me up for that. And then that's it. Please let me know in the comments down below, also as well as the top 10 list, what you would like me to review, and I'll see you next time. Bye!